Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so I am hanging out in the wrong bush at the start.
I gotta slow this down. Yeah. So as Garrosh, like especially with Garrosh Tychus, I think you should be playing in like the bottom area more.
Because that's where you're located, and that is where Diablo's located.
Yes, I don't want to be playing on the top side
Okay.
as Tychus. I want to be positioned in like the bush area.
Okay. So, what about Li Ming in this situation? In Storm League, it would be my job to catch orbs. But here, I'm just hunting, and orbs to Coffee and Kaiberry's face are their own problem.
Yeah, that's how it should be in it depends on the situation, but like I think most of the time in the laning phase, you should just do your best to
Thank you for the
dodge
22 months,
as
Dex.
much abilities as you can, and then if we don't dodge those abilities, then that's on us.
Okay. Okay, cool. I mean, honestly, it was a surprise to me that they were even playing on the bottom. That's not what I'm used to. I'm used to everybody
Yeah,
being crowded around that top.
that's how most of the time it is on in like competitive games. Like you see where I am right now.
Yeah.
Like so they didn't see me. They didn't see me or Kai, so they have to check the bottom camp.
Because
And
it's the bottom camp.
yes, because it's the bottom camp and they
Yeah.
don't want to give that for free. So with you being out of vision, they're not like if you don't show for like 5 or 10 seconds there, then they can't even face check the bush because you would just throw taunt them or throw them,
So
for example.
how do I? Maybe this is a question for another game and not a 2-lane map.
Mm-hmm.
But in Storm League, I've been trained that my presence as tank makes people go places. And if I were to rotate to a lane and I want people to soak it, but instead I go into the nearest bush, everyone will just walk right by me and go do whatever is next on their brain. But when they see Diablo very poorly clearing a lane, they go, maybe I should help with this. So I get my big question for tank in general when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to being in bushes a lot is how do I get the time to do that when I'm helping clearing or catching leaming orbs? Or is the correct answer that shouldn't be my job in the first place? I should be checking bushes all the time, and we're wrong in other areas.
Well, I think playing tank in Storm League and playing tank in competitive is two completely different things. Like, people are not going to soak in Storm League. People are not going to do camps. People are not going to do a lot of things that they should be doing. Because when we're playing a competitive environment like this, your job as Garrosh is to make the enemy team feel scared and feel like they can't do anything. And that gives us a lot of wiggle room to do what we want to do.
Okay.
And me, like between me and Coffee and Kai, we can clear the wave just fine. We don't need you to be hitting the minions. We just need you to be scary.
Okay, so the next big struggle there for me is trust issues with the healer. Because if I'm being
Mm-hmm.
scary, I'm receiving poke damage.
Well, being scary doesn't necessarily mean being in their face. I think being scary in this situation means being in bush and being out of vision. That's what I mean, like by being scary in competitive environments is being out of vision.
Okay. Cool, please continue.
So now I rotate up. I think Cav might have called for a gank, but not sure. But I think we do kill him. Or not. So we do top camp because we rotated top. They do the bottom camp. That's trade. That's fine. We are going to be late on our bruiser camp though. Which is very unfortunate. It's just how it is sometimes. Speed it up a little faster.
Well, I was thinking on the weekend about that phrase "unfortunate." So when you and Cav both say "unfortunate" a lot. So what I've gathered is that when you two die and say "unfortunate," you mean to say that I died at a time when it doesn't destroy the game, and I could have possibly pulled something off, right?
Well, I think what me and Cav mean is that we didn't expect them to do that sort of thing. Like, so let me try and explain this. So I'll take an example. Like, so this is something that I'll take an example from Cattle, for example, in HGC. There was a play he got giga flamed for doing something. It was on Sky Temple. So I think maybe it was like a boss call or like pushing a wall, but so it's so shot calling and like positioning in HotS competitively is like you play around what the enemy team is most likely going to do, and you shot call off that. So it's kind of hard to explain. So sorry if I'm doing a bad job.
No, I appreciate you having at it.
But yeah, so what I'm thinking and what Cav is thinking too. So we're thinking like, what are they going to do next, and what is the best play for them to do next in this situation? And then then we do what we want to do off of what we think they're going to do. And if they do something that we don't think they're going to do, we say like, "Oh, that's unfortunate. We didn't expect that."
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So from our point of view, lower league players, what we hear is often from the top and down is don't possibly die ever in this situation coming up. And
yeah,
then
there's certainly times for that.
and then we die and the game we lost, and those deaths, compounded and became a loss. So would it be good of me to say, "Oh, unfortunate," as I die there, to make it seem like I had a plan for that death?
Not really. It's just something like me and Cav say, or like some other people say when we're like, "Oh, I didn't expect that," or "I fed." It's either I didn't expect that or I fed.
Okay. Cool. Please continue.
Okay. So I like your positioning right here. This is very good. And then we get the pick on the Stukov because you had a great engage, or yeah, we did.
Yeah, you did. You
Nice,
lined up good,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, so right there, you definitely throw the Greymane into our team. We can 100% kill him through minigun poly and chromie damage.
But aren't you at half health and Coffee's at half health? And...
It doesn't matter. We kill him instantly. We kill him almost instantly.
Okay.
That's something like I see a lot with Garroshes actually. I think Garroshes are a little too they sometimes get a little self-conscious about their teammates and don't think that it's like, "Oh, we have Chromie Tychus Brightwing. The Greymane will not do anything to our team and he will instantly die."
I think it's just the aftershock, the pressure, the PTSD from throwing a player into your team, and then they all die and they hate you for it.
Yeah, and then it's like I get that, but it's just something that I respect the decision to throw him out, but I'm just saying like it's not the optimal decision in this situation.
Gotcha. And I had a hold of the Greymane.
I get where you're coming. I get where you're coming from. You saw us at low HP, but I'm just saying I'm just telling you what the optimal play is here.
Sure.
I completely understand what your thought process was. Yeah, so you should be going to Immortal. You realize your mistake after that, because I get the Stormling mentality. Oh, my team's not going to clear waves. I don't have to.
Right. If I don't make the weight with my own body heading this direction.
So if you see me right here, I'm getting Diablo stunned and there's a Ming coming. I'm expecting you to be right next to Diablo with me, so we can kill him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then I'd die. And I'd probably say unfortunate. So yeah, we lose this immortal phase. We do camp. Let's just speed past this camp for a minute.
Should I be doing stuff there, not helping with the camp? Because you guys got it covered.
No, you can help with camp. There's nothing else to do on the map.
Okay, so discovering a position somewhere wouldn't be...
Yeah, because we're doing the camp.
Gotcha.
Like, discovering where their position... Like, they're going to be topside. Probably. So, there's not really any point in you going away from the team, and you need to be... I think you need to be with us on the camp in case they invade, too.
Cool. What I'm curious is what's the big difference between the way that Garrosh played last week versus what I'm doing if I were to play Garrosh like Raynor and just right-click someone to like connect.
I think you saw from the Garrosh last week, from what I saw, he was playing through bushes, right? Like he was coming out of places where you might not have expected him and getting picks on Coffee or Kai, for example.
Yeah.
And then we can't really lose. And then that's kind of like how you should be playing it, more or less. Like I think the Garrosh played pretty well in that Shrines game.
It seems so, but isn't that setting yourself up for failure in a... I don't know. I think that's where I struggle the most on Garrosh, because in order to play... It's kind of like Raynor in that way. In order to play Raynor correctly, you never click after you've clicked the right target. You just let the Raynor ride, in a sense, for maximum damage. Yeah. So, but doesn't that mean you lose really, really bad when you're losing? Because what are you going to do?
Yes, Garrosh is a very win-more hero, for the most part.
So
being behind on as a Garrosh, or being behind on a team as Garrosh feels really bad, and it feels like you can't do anything because you lose vision control. And having vision control as Garrosh is really important.
So
it's like having a Sylvanas on your team. Like Sylvanas is a win-more hero, for example.
So here, different question: would I go around the back or do anything weird and aggressive here? Because we're even levels?
No. I think the Immortal's just so high health that we're not looking to do anything besides hit the Immortal here.
Okay.
Say it's like a really close race and the Immortal has like 100 health on its shield, maybe we look for something like the Diablo over the wall. But I think in this situation, you did the right thing.
Okay.
I also think Kai shouldn't have Z'd you there, but this is not a Kai coaching session. And I step up to get Diablo out of the way. I dash into an Immortal stun. We don't talk about that.
No, this isn't a Porky coaching session.
No, it's not a Porky coaching session either. Oh. But yeah, he played this fine. I have no problems there. Speed this up a little bit. We rotate bottom, leave Kai top. That's fine. Whoa.
That was the situation where I assumed you all would be on my angle. You assumed I would be on yours.
Yeah. Frick. I'll go back a little bit. Okay. So yeah, so in this situation, you have to recognize where our team is. You have to see like me and Chromie are on the bottom side, and you have to throw them towards us. You can't throw them towards the top side area. So that's something you have to be conscious about as Garrosh, is like, where is your team? I think that this is something we discussed, right? Like you want to be like calling where Coffee and Kai are going, so you know where they are.
Right.
You can make the optimal plays as tank. Like, yeah, this is something. Yeah, we covered something like this.
Yeah, but that's where the previous thought starts to really butt heads.
Yeah, I think we had that conversation after the game.
Yeah, and I think we did a really good job in our scrim versus Gilly Sharks because of that. But I was on Johanna there, which is a lane clear hero.
Yeah,
So I think that's the big hurdle that I need to get over next is I have to know where everyone is while also doing who knows what in bushes nearby and not sitting on
exactly.
top of
Yeah.
them clearing the lane with
Yep.
them.
Yep. You summed it up perfectly. So yeah, we missed the kill because you threw him away from us, basically. Which is unfortunate. And then the gray maintenance, so that's pretty pog. I don't know why they were chasing that. And then we're able to do bottom camp off of that. Yeah, so right here, you should be in the bush again. You can play top side or bottom side, whichever one. You just don't want to be showing in lane, I don't
Gotcha.
think, right now. Because you showing in lane means they won't step up.
Hmm.
Because we have loop up, right? We want them to step up and get out of position for the loop. So when say coffee loops somebody, then you show and then you come to follow up the loop.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because you showing here means they're just gonna play behind the wall and we don't have any opportunity to pick them off.
Yeah, it's a little too World of Warcraft tanking for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like forcing myself in front of you guys. I'm trying to be like, whoa, 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 let me catch the orbs. What are you guys
Yeah.
doing?
So you talked about like wanting to be aggressive as tank. Garrosh is a very patient tank. It's definitely more on the patient side than more on the Diablo aggression side. Say like Diablo and May have very different playstyles than Garrosh. Coffee gets a nice loop on that. Unfortunately, don't get the kill, but APOC for loop is not a bad trade. Nice, I like this positioning a lot. We get the... Yeah, so I think... let me go back a little bit. Because I think this is another situation where you threw him away from me.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it worked out because he walked by you all to get home,
Yeah.
but...
So you look. Yeah, you have to see where I am. So like I'm the primary follow-up. Like Coffee can follow up from basically anywhere because he's Chromie and he has Giga long range. So you need to throw the Stukov towards me in the bottom side. Also, Kai is in this area in the bottom side, so she can just blink heal to me and then poly the Stukov immediately. So instead of you throwing the Stukov towards Coffee, where I can't follow up as well and Kai can't follow up as well.
Sure.
But it works out either way.
So was that right? That was towards you.
No, I think in that situation, let me go back a second. I think in that situation you throw them. Let's see. I want to look at it again. So yeah, in this situation you should be throwing Diablo into our team and not towards me.
Gotcha.
Because you want the Diablo to be away from your team in this situation. Because the throwing him at this angle means that Diablo could possibly walk through bottom area and get out, but it's like really unlikely. But it's just safer to throw him into our team here.
Okay.
Because I can follow up as Tychus from a long range with Odin. And then we get another pick, probably. No, we don't get the kill, actually. Oh, no, we do. Pog. I'm nuts. I don't like this at all. Yeah, this is really bad. We shouldn't be fighting at their tower. I was just like coffee calling for an engage we shouldn't have probably. You and Brightwing staying on defense is fine. Faster a little bit. Okay, you throw him into me. Good, good. I can follow up. Yeah, but I don't think we should be engaging there. It's if you see where Cav and Coffee are positioned, it's a 3v5, basically. So we shouldn't be looking for anything here. Even though like we should be like technically we should be playing defense, but we're kind of just poking at them since we don't have our whole team. Oh, they really should have punished Cav for that play. That was really greedy. Yeah, we all position defense. We should be playing defensives because it's more than half shield. So I think you should be playing with me over here on the right side. Because I need to be in range to auto. I need to be in like range to auto attack it, and I also kind of want to be in range of Stukov because I need to interrupt his silence in case he gets a root combo.
Aren't I in range of right wing heals though, and you all are on the wrong angle?
Well, technically, Kai should be like you see where like the Kermie echo is. Like Kai should be like right behind that.
Okay.
So we should be playing on the bottom right side. I think. I mean, we could be playing on the top side, but I think is it better to play on the top side?
I mean, you guys have access to a well. I've got minions for dodging orbs, so both have different advantages going on.
I think I went over to the. I think I'm on the well side because I tapped. But maybe it is better to play top side. Like, maybe I should have played well. I can't really. It would be really awkward for me to rotate around the fort.
Yeah, not with a
Immortal,
Diablo watching you, but I get
Yeah.
you. So I think what I'm figuring out too is that I'm overvaluing Leeming orbs in a non-Storm League environment because those things wreck in Storm League.
Yeah, they do.
And as my primary carry, you should be getting more attention than Kai and Coffee, who are the players I'm more concerned about in these situations.
Yeah, so basically, Coffee should never be taking any damage, and Kai should be pumping heals into me. Like, her blink heal should be exclusively on me, and then she should use the Z on you.
Okay.
But I think we all get into the right position eventually, but I guess that's fine. Yeah, it works out. We get into the right position. They collapse on us? Okay, I think in this situation, I wanted you to be aggressive here.
Because the Immortal's going down.
Yeah, the Immortal's going down. Yeah, so we should be looking to chase them here. Actually. Because Cav is getting 13 top. Yeah, so I wanted you to be playing like right where Diablo is.
Okay.
And looking for picks and being aggressive.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put together a rule set in my head for these sort of situations when they come up. But so it's the Immortal going down that triggers the change in defense.
Yes, so like say when the Immortal is below half health, then you start to look aggressively.
Okay.
And looking to cut off them from retreating. That should be the rule. If you want to set a rule in your head, then
That's the best way for me
when
to...
when the immortal gets below half health, then you can start looking aggressively.
Okay.
And then I say unfortunate again. Okay, I'll stop making that joke.
It's all good, man. I appreciate the rundown.
Yeah, giving bottom camp is fine. We kind of look confused here on what to do. I think we should just be ripping Bruiser camp. But
The Bruiser camp?
yeah, you Coffee and Kai should have done the Bruiser camp right now.
Isn't that during objective stuff? Or, you know, before objective stuff?
I mean, maybe we can hold. I mean, I guess holding it's fine too, but I think I guess holding it is the right play. But I think it's going to create a lot of pressure. This bottom camp is going to create a lot of pressure bottom side. So that means they can get the free push top with like a 4v5, and they might end up getting both walls, both keep walls. So that's what I don't think that's... Maybe we lose bottom wall. Yeah, I think we actually lose bottom wall here. So yeah, that's why I wanted to get the camp out, is because we're gonna lose bottom wall if we don't have something to push that out.
That, by the way, was something I'm not comfortable with at all, but I do because I see other Garroshes do it.
What?
Hitting unstoppable and running towards the enemy team with no plan in mind.
Yeah, you need to have a plan. XD.
I mean, for my own sanity, I wish they'd get rid of Garrosh as unstoppable just so I wouldn't have to think about it in addition to everything
Honestly,
else.
the hero would be almost unplayable if it didn't have unstop at 4.
It just complicates things so much. I mean, I get why it's good, but it's that whole, like I was saying, you just walk towards them and win thing is capable every 40 seconds, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's maddening to think that you should be doing that, but I'm going to die because I'm not receiving heals. And, you know, it's weird.
Yeah, so let's talk about this situation. So I see you should be positioned where I am, because they're not going to be in this topside bush, right? Because they're racing our immortal. They're either going to be in the corner bush with the double bush over in the like top right corner, or they're going to be in the bush where Diablo is. So I don't think being in that top left bush does anything for us. It doesn't really give us vision control, which is what we need right now.
So you want me just going under the immortal right now?
Yeah, so you should be where I am right now, and then we should be killing that Diablo. I think we get the Diablo pick. I don't know, we don't. I guess we get him anyways. But yeah, that should have. I think that should have happened a lot quicker than it did.
Cool. So that's a case of me getting in a bush for no reason because Garrosh gets in bushes, so I got in the nearest bush because Garrosh.
Yeah, you have to be like, you have to think about like, okay, what gives my team the most vision for where I'm gonna be. It's like a resource priority.
That's
it's
so
like
frustrating. But yeah, I get you. I'm frustrated because it's not an easy set of ABC rules, but I absolutely understand that it depends.
It's not an easy set of ABC rules. It's like, yeah, so resource priority is a big thing in HotS. You want to have the right people be doing the right things at the right time, or else you're going to be behind. And that's a really big thing in like competitive HotS. I like you going up to defend. That's good.
That's pretty Storm League. You know, that's just what the tank does.
I like the throw out. That's good. Maybe you missed ally throw on Cav there. I think that's probably what you were going for.
I used it, right? It got
Yeah,
used.
you used it on Kai.
Oh.
You threw Kai in like a weird position or something. But it ends up working out because I run them down, I guess. Oh, this is the Kai blink heal me. I'm gonna kill the Diablo. I remember that. It was funny. And then we get Immortal, which is nice, and then we turn the game around here, I think. I'll fast forward until you're up and in position. I like the flank. The flank's good.
Yeah, don't make anything of it, but so
Yeah.
I am proud that I've got this taunt throw thing
Yeah,
down.
I like that. That was a good throw taunt. And I don't know why Coffee did not press Temporal Loop on the Gray Man earlier. Yeah. I guess we get the kill anyways, but still. Let's go a little bit faster. Because nothing's probably gonna happen here. We get keep, we back up.
I think my
We go to
position is
bottom
also
camp, Diva.
broken
Yeah.
a lot to get orbs from Storm League.
Yeah, it's just Storm League mentality. I get it.
Because I keep running in the back line grabbing those. I know Kai knows to get them too. It's just what my brain does. DPS aren't going to stop to get orbs.
Mm-hmm.
And the support is usually not a support main, so they don't know what they're doing.
We get forward, that's good. Then we back, and then we go top, right? Yep. Yeah, so about this, like, let me talk about, like, hearthing for a second. So it's much better to hearth here instead of going back all the way top.
Hmm.
It's actually faster,
That makes sense.
and you get the hearth heal.
Yeah, I think that was me realizing too late that you'd done the way better thing, and now I've got to walk.
Yeah. Yeah, so like on like any map more or less when you're rotating from like bot to top or you want to do that kind of rotation, it most of the time it's quicker to hearth than to just rotate through mid, for example. Clearing out top, doing the bruiser camp, that's fine. You don't need to be really getting vision, I guess. I think I disagree with you throwing him out there. I think. Let me go back.
I think I was concerned for the pads.
Yeah, I get your concern, but I think again, it's like the situation where it's like. Let me see. So
it's already done.
Yeah. So I think if you throw him into the tower, then Chromie also gets the loop under the tower, so he comes back to the towers. So I think in this specific situation, you want to throw Taunt Diablo into the tower. But this is like a really specific situation.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about that. I don't think that's the situation like that is probably not going to happen again.
No, but that's a really good point because I'm again not adapting to what's happening around me. I'm making binary choices based on a set of rules that aren't actually in participation at the moment.
Yeah. You somehow live.
Yeah.
No idea how you live, but
my sweet
fine, I guess.
My sweet build with the double bloodlust or blood craze or whatever it's called.
I like that build a lot. That's usually what I play when I play Garrosh.
I find it easier. I do like the shield a lot, but I usually go shield if I'm dying anyway because of other factors.
Yeah, so usually you go shield at 13 when you're going mortal combo at 16.
Oh, interesting.
Because you're not getting the second W off the Seasoned Soldier if you're taking mortal combo at 16, right? So Blood Craze does not get as much value.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I'm fine with your positioning here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be noisy.
Yeah, just trying to be annoying. I think in this situation you should be playing where we are because they're not going to go race. They're actually, yeah, they're not going to race because they need to fight.
Hmm.
This is their only opportunity to fight unless they're fighting past on Immortal. But I think they want this fight under Immortal because they're not going to get 20 by the time we go to push keep. I think this Immortal with this shield would end, especially since we have Big Red.
That's fair. Oh man, that's such a triple stacked decision, but I see what you mean. It's because they're 20, so why, or they're not 20, so why would they possibly invade? But their lanes are pushed out, so all they have
they're 20, so why would they possibly contest us under Immortal? But at the same time, it's their only play and their only chance of winning the game.
I get you.
Yeah, I get it. And then Kai gets alive. How did Kai live? What the hell? My God.
And she landed on me too. Get me going.
Yeah. Oh my God, they really could have destroyed us. I guess they get the pick on coffee. But... yeah, I think they could have killed 4 of us there easily and probably ended the game actually. Yeah, so I think, yeah, in this situation, like if the enemy team is better, we lose the game there because you're bottom lane and not with, you're in the bottom Immortal and you're not with us.
Yeah, I get you.
So then I pop Big Red, we look for a kill maybe, I guess. This seems like a bad fight, but I guess it turns out fine. I guess Big Red OP.
Is it the damage on that thing? I mean, granted, the catapults are wrecking them, but the damage on Big Red.
We wanted to stall them for catapults. Yep, that's why we did that. That makes a lot of sense. I was like, why the hell are we fighting 4v5? And I was like, oh, catapults. Oh no, Cav. Oh, he canceled Q. Oh no. Yeah, I think they overextend here. So I think you should be playing in the bush right here. Because you can, it gives you 2 options, right? Since they're chasing from the bottom side and the top side, you get your choice of who you want to engage on. So in this situation, you could throw Taunt the Gray Man into me, and then we get a free kill.
Interesting. I see what you mean. I'm entirely focused on being at the objective defense, so my team goes to the objective defense in Storm League.
Yeah, I think your damage to the Immortal is like really minimal. Like your map presence is a lot more valuable than your Immortal damage. Most of the time. Oh God, I got destroyed. Oh, are we killing them? What the hell?
Yeah, Diablo and Greyman go down. I think we just run at them until it's over now.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess we just end off this, it looks like. Yeah, this is an end. Okay, we don't need to look at this replay anymore.
Okay. Okay, interesting. That's a lot to take in, and that is on purpose because it's Garrosh and he has a lot to think about.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense though, because it's easy for me to assume that a good Garrosh is just better supported, and receiving healing to such a degree that they run at the enemy team and don't die. But I'm not noting that they're coming out of bushes and being in places
Mhm.
that equal those opportunities.